Finally, after months of fighting for their basic rights and needs, the WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes are over, proving, yet again, the billionaires that run these studios should not be in these positions of power because this should have been solved months ago. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. While there have been many movies that released since the strike started that I wanted to talk about, and believe me, I will talk about them, I thought it best today to start with one of the first major movies to release post-strike, and that film is The Marvels. Now, I would like to preface this with, if you're someone that unabashedly hates Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, the fact a woman made this, or just any other racist or misogynistic bullshit, get the f*** off my channel. Your quote-unquote criticisms aren't actually criticisms, but a way for you to vent your misogynistic and or racist crap that no one but other sympathetic white dudes like yourselves will entertain. You have no place here, and you seriously need to get a life. So, a lot of people lately have been constantly going back and forth about how Marvel is dying or Marvel is saved, and it's honestly getting really annoying. As someone that's both a fan of Marvel and stuff like Killers of the Flower Moon, I think Marvel is doing just fine, but it is clear that stuff needs to change. While this is a topic in and of a video itself, I do think it's important knowing that if you're expecting or hoping for the Marvels to break the MCU formula or be the ultimate savior of something that's doing just fine, you're gonna be disappointed. But for those like me looking for a really fun time seeing these three characters interact off of one another with some fun action and good humor to boot, you're going to enjoy this one. I think the thing that's worth noting most is this is not a film that's very friendly to those that haven't seen the Disney Plus MCU shows like Ms. Marvel and WandaVision. If you're not caught up on those, you're gonna be confused to certain things about Kamala and Monica's characters. While you get a good understanding for who they are, there's a lot to their characters and backstory that's going to leave those unfamiliar very confused. While Multiverse of Madness got away better with this, I think this is the one to suffer the most if you haven't seen the Disney Plus shows. But I don't personally think it's the biggest hindrance. Carol, Monica, and Kamala are all really well written and are performed perfectly by each of their cast members. Their chemistry with one another is infectious and is easily the best part of the movie. Having a team-up movie where everyone is clearly having a blast and loves working with one another is always infectious to me, and I could watch these three in anything. They obviously loved working on this, and it overrides a lot of the film's flaws for me. I think most can agree that the biggest problem with this movie is its narrative. A problem I've been noticing lately in a lot of Marvel movies and shows are their insistence that plot is king, and if it doesn't drive the plot forward, then why is it here? The problem with that is, while it does drive the film forward more, it doesn't allow any time to breathe or build out its world and characters more. When everything is in service of the plot, you miss out on what makes movies such a special form of art. One of my favorite scenes in any movie is in Deathly Hallows Part 1. It's when Ron leaves Harry and Hermione, and when they're at their lowest emotionally, a song comes on the radio and the two dance together and let their worries and fears wash away. It's a beautiful scene and it works so well because it allows us to be in the moment with the characters and feel what they feel. I feel like if that was made today, that scene would have been cut because it didn't move the plot forward, and this kind of needs to stop. While I wouldn't call the plot bad, it's serviceable and gets the job done. There's just nothing that interesting about it. While the body switching aspect is fun, you can honestly cut it entirely and nothing really changes. Also, I don't really know what this film is trying to say. If there's any real themes or messages, they didn't come through really at all. While the first film has its faults, it has clear themes and ideas about controlling women and their emotions and robbing them of their identity and how women should fight to reclaim it. It's not the first film to do it, but it's effective and works well. Here, I don't know what it's trying to say. When a film doesn't have much to say, how is it supposed to last with the audience? And another weird thing is this feels oddly cut together, like it seems there's scenes that are clearly missing and I don't know why they were cut. It could just be me, but there's some odd narrative edits in this one. But, despite the flaws in the narrative, I still had a blast with this one. The idea of the three of them switching places when they use their powers is so much fun and led to some pretty creative action sequences. While I wish they had done a one-take fight scene with this idea, the action is still lots of fun to witness and take in. This film is also funny, and I'm tired of acting like it's bad for things to be funny. The world is a depressing place right now, and I need something to make me laugh and forget all the horribleness of it, and I'm happy this film provided that. While some jokes were hit and miss, because of how lovable its characters are and some funny scenarios, it led to a lot of laughs for me and made the film that much more enjoyable. I know there's going to be a lot of people that will dismiss this for whatever bullshit reasons. There's going to be critics that will praise it, those that will dismiss it, but for those that love these characters and are looking for a fun time at the movies, I think The Marvels more than provides that. It's not the greatest film Marvel has ever made, but it certainly is not their worst. If for any reason you see this, see it for its cast. They're all so lovable and charming together that I want to go see it again as soon as possible. So, I think I'm going to give The Marvels a 7 out of 10. It's a good time, and I hope we get to see the three of them team up together again at some point. And for those of you that stuck around long enough, yes, I am back, and yes, I will begin to upload more consistently again. I swear for like the 4th time. So, if you like what I do and want to see me make an overly long video talking about all the movies I watched during the strikes, totally not a hint at what's coming next, make sure you subscribe and let me know of any films you want me to talk about in the comments section. Also, my podcast I co-host, Geek Speak, will be returning as well with, hopefully, weekly episodes, but no guarantee on that yet. So, if you want a podcast where two idiot nerds talk about anything geeky and film related, check out our YouTube channel or find us wherever you listen to podcasts. I think that should about cover it in this episode. Gotta run so I can finish Loki and talk about that next. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.